Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to SFF180. It is Monday morning, October the 4th, and it's time once again for the mailbag. And since it has been an entire month since I've done a mailbag, sorry about that. September was a little bit nuts around here. I didn't do a whole lot as much as I usually like during the month, getting new content up, so I'm trying to make up for the slack. But since it has been a month since there's been a mailbag, I'm doing two today. One for physical review copies. That is this one you're watching right now. And then the other one is for e-arcs. Now, I do this kind of maybe against my better judgment because I did this once in the past where I had so many books I decided to split the mailbag into 2 episodes simultaneously uploaded. The result was that the views were wildly disparate. Like, the physical reviews video, review copy video got so many more views than the e-arcs video. I get it. If you're a fan of physical books yourself, then you're going to kind of assume that that's more interesting and it's more fun to see me open the packages, the physical packages. I get that. But, the e-arcs, at the end of the day, it's all new books coming out. And the e-arcs for today are going to have books going all the way up to May of 2022. So there's a lot of exciting stuff in that video as well. So please consider giving it a watch after you watch this one. Otherwise, Space Opera September has now ended. Thank you again very much. If you missed my thank you video, there it is. And we are now moving into spooky season with Halloween, my favorite time of the year, my favorite month of the year, October. So very much looking forward to getting reading done this month. But without further ado, I don't really have a whole heck of a lot in the way of announcements. So let's go ahead and see what is in this week's books. And starting out with the physicals this week, because why not? I think we'll start with this absolutely stunning box that has come in from Simon & Schuster. It's for a new, I already know what it is. It's not exactly subtle, but my God, just the box alone. Some of these YA titles, they go all out with the arcs and with the advanced promotion. It's crazy. It's like no adult title gets this kind of thing. Even if the book sucks, you could just keep the box, right? Because it's beautiful. But let's go ahead and dig into this thing, shall we? Oh, wow. Okay, this is crazy right here. Okay, that took a little while to open that up and get all of this stuff out because it's a huge box full of swag. In addition to the book, which is Margaret Rogerson's Vespertine, which comes out tomorrow in hardcover. This also contained, there's this actual scented candle here. Haunted Convent is the scent. Or maybe that's just that. No, the scent is, it's incense, vanilla, and sandalwood, which I guess is meant to remind you of a haunted convent. I have never, in fact, visited a haunted convent, so I'm going to have to just trust that these folks know what they're talking about. It's not bad. You would think a haunted... I guess a haunted convent is a very pleasant smelling place to be. And then there's this little pouch thing, which, let's see, what's in here? See, it's like you don't... Oh my. Oh, this is crazy. How does it untie? Okay, well, the chain is all tangled up, but as you see, there's a little, otherwise, I just might wear it. But it's this piece of costume jewelry, this little shiny necklace thing. YA books, they send you necklaces and candles, and, for for adult SFF, they just stuff a book in an envelope, and if it survives the mail, well, good luck. But well, this is all very nice. But like I said, it's all tangly here. So yeah. Okay, well, let's find out a little something about the book that they've gone to so much trouble for. Anyway, this is Vespertine, new book, as I said, by Margaret Rogerson. She's the author of Sorcery of Thorns, very, very popular YA author, and this book comes out tomorrow. It says it's the first book in a suspenseful new fantasy trilogy about a young woman who must risk possession for power to fight the restless, relentless dead and protect the living. With deliciously dark undertones interspersed with thrilling battles and scintillating wit, Vespertine is a must-read perfect for fans of Lee Bardugo's Ninth House. Oh, well, Not the best way to recommend a book to Thomas, I must say. And Garth Nix's Old Kingdom series. Well, hopefully this will be much better. It says, Artemisia is training to be a Grey Sister, a nun who cleanses the bodies of the deceased to prevent their spirits rising with a ravenous hunger for the living. She would rather deal with the dead than the living, who trade whispers about her scarred hands, and how she got them. When her convent is attacked by possessed soldiers, Artemisia must defend it by awakening an ancient spirit bound to a saint's relic. It is a revenant, a malevolent being that threatens to possess her should she drop her guard but a moment. For death has come to L'Oreal, and only a Vespertine, a priestess wielding a high relic, has any chance of stopping it. Will exerting its extraordinary power consume her? With all knowledge of Vespertines lost to time, Artemisia turns to the last remaining expert for help, the Revenant itself. As she unravels a sinister mystery of saints, secrets, and dark magic, her bond with the Revenant grows, and when a hidden evil begins to surface, she discovers that facing this enemy might require her to betray everything she has been taught to believe if the Revenant doesn't betray her first. Right, well, I mean, the Revenant is the bad guy, so you would kind of expect the bad guy to try to betray you at some point, at least. Anyway, wielding the dead grants power and a chance to save the living, but at what cost? With a steady pulse of tension beating throughout the action, characters that resonate as complicated and complex, with their foiled desires and darkness and exquisite prose, Vespertine is Rogerson at her finest and a must-read YA book of the fall. All right, well, you heard these people. Here it is. Vespertine. I'm sure it's going to be very, very popular and much talked about here on Les Booktubes. So this will be out tomorrow from Margaret K. McElderry Books. This is going to be a royal bitch to untangle. How do you untangle a chain like this? Do you just, carefully go bit by bit until, it just sort of, you get lucky? All right, well, no time to worry about that now. This next one comes from Random Penguin. Okay, well, this is nice to have. This comes in from Ace Books, and it is the finished copy in trade paperback for A Song of Flight by Juliette Marillier. This is the third book in her Warrior Bards series. And it just says, Bard and Fighter Liaban. I'm sure that's absolutely not the correct way to pronounce that. It says, is always ready for a challenge. So when news arrives at Swan Island that the Prince of Dalreda has gone missing after an assault by both masked men and the sinister crowfolk, she's eager to act. A young warrior who wields both the power of her music and the strength of her sword faces a grave threat in this enthralling historical fantasy. So here we are. A Song of Flight by Juliette Marillier, now available in trade paperback from Ace Books. And here's a very pretty shiny silver envelope. You see, shiny. And it comes to me from Canada. So I think I might know what this is. Okay, this is what I thought it would be. This is from the author. The author has sent this to me. T.S. Beyer, T for Tina. This is Escaping First Contact. It's the first book in a series called The Burnt Ship. It is an independently published book, as you might have figured, and it is apparently space opera horror. So a great combination of things that I love right there. I've been dying to see somebody do this kind of thing right, so hopefully this will be the one, right? And then Tina included a very nice little card here, which I appreciate. Very sweet of you. And yes, it is also available on Kindle Unlimited, if you're a KU subscriber. So let's see what this is all about. It says, at the far edge of cultivated space, a derelict ship rests, 10 times larger than the biggest Terran dreadnought. The ship is not recognized by any of the 5 species tenuously coexisting in the galaxy. Small crews are sent to investigate. What they find is a trap. Once in the metal labyrinth's clutches, it's clear the unlikely allies will not escape unless they can work together as a team. Unfortunately, trust and cooperation are entirely out of the question. An immersive tale of escape and camaraderie, Escaping First Contact, brings together an unforgettable cast of characters, richly detailed alien cultures, deft humor, and explosive action. And just to sort of get into the spirit of things, it looks like Tina has called her publishing outfit Nostromo Publications, which is a good reference there. Very nice. At least I'm assuming that is her her self-publishing identity. Okay, so cool. Escaping First Contact by Tina Beyer. I guess it's available now on Kindle Unlimited and paperback. And moving on, we have this little envelope from Macmillan. Okay, this is very nice to have. In from Tor.com Publishing, this is the finished copy in hardcover of Alex Harrow's A Spindle Splintered. Comes out tomorrow. Says it's the first in a new series from award-winning author Alex Harrow. Readers may recognize Harrow's name from her breakout debut, 10,000 Doors of January, or last year's highly praised Once and Future Witches. Now Harrow mixes modern prose with classic storytelling to deconstruct the canon of Sleeping Beauty stories and create a new feminist interpretation of the folktale. It's Zinnia Gray's 21st birthday, which is extra special because it's the last birthday she'll ever have. When she was young, an industrial accident left Zinnia with a rare condition. Not much is known about her illness, just that no one has lived past 21. Her best friend Charm is intent on making Zinnia's last birthday special with a full Sleeping Beauty experience, complete with a tower and a spinning wheel. But when Zinnia pricks her finger, something strange and unexpected happens, and she finds herself falling through worlds with another Sleeping Beauty just as desperate to escape her fate. Featuring Arthur Rackham's original illustrations for the Sleeping Beauty, fractured and reimagined, A Spindle Splintered brings Harrow's patented charm to a new version of a classic story. Interesting. Okay. So this will be out from Tor.com tomorrow in hardcover. Now moving ahead, we have a package from World Weaver Press. Good to hear from them again. I think it's been a while since I've gotten anything from World Weaver. All right then. Well, World Weaver is very much in the business of doing these interesting themed anthologies. And here's one of those. It's called Trenchcoats, Towers, and Trolls, Cyberpunk Fairy Tales. The editor is Rhonda Parrish. It says, what do you get when you take the high-tech, low-life settings of cyberpunk and sprinkle them with the magic and possibilities of fairy tales? Trolls under teleportation bridges, masquerades held in virtual reality, princely avatars, giants and dwarves alongside hackers and androids. From retellings of traditional tales such as Rumpelstiltskin, in which a young woman is tasked with writing code instead of spinning gold, to original tales like the changeling-inspired story of a formless machine intelligence that hijacks human bodies. These cyberpunk fairy tales form a unique collection that is sure to satisfy connoisseurs of both genres. Okay, very neat. I love the concept already, but Trenchcoats, Towers, and Trolls, Cyberpunk Fairy Tales, will be out from World Weaver Press on January the 11th. And next up we have, from Tor Books, a physical arc. This is for Kat Rambo's You Sexy Thing. So her new novel comes out November the 16th, and it is a space opera described as Farscape meets the Great British Bake Off. Okay, so it says, in their first science fiction novel, Kat Rambo, formerly president of SFF180, presents a thrilling space opera about Nico Larson, a disgraced admiral who is torn between her will to survive and making peace with her war-ravaged past. In You Sexy Thing, Kat Rambo brings together the best elements of Farscape and the Great British Bake Off to create an entertaining space romp perfect to curl up with this fall. Nico Larson, a veteran of the oppressive Holy Hive Mind colonizers, finally seems to be able to relax as she retires from war and conquest. Running a restaurant called The Last Chance on Space Station Twice Far, all her worries revolve around making The Last Chance a success. Yet the day they are set to win the coveted Nicolin Orb, everything goes awry, starting with Twice Far blowing up. After fleeing on a bioship named You Sexy Thing, Larson and her crew learn that the vessel, which has feelings of its own and is convinced that it is being stolen, is taking them to the Intergalactic Association of Pirate Havens, a hideaway ruled by Larson's worst enemy. As her crew attempts to figure out how to escape from almost certain doom, Larson grapples with the intricate ties of friendship and betrayal and discovers that some people are not as they seem. If she has any hope of reviving The Last Chance, she must learn who to trust and who to save, or else no one will get out alive. You think running a restaurant is tough, and then you have to deal with that, right? Anyway, You Sexy Thing is an epic tale of pirates, sentient warships, and food. The perfect combination for an entertaining space opera that readers won't be able to put down. Okay, very cute. And it comes out, as I said, on November the 16th from Tor Books. Next, we have this one in from 47 North Publishing. This is a book called Star Mother. It's a highly anticipated new series debut from the Wall Street Journal and Amazon Charts bestseller Charlie N. Holmberg. And this was supposed to be out apparently in late September, but there's a sticker on the side of this arc right here indicating that it has been pushed back to November the 1st. So, Star Mother, what do we have? Okay, it says, in her breathtaking new fantasy, Charlie introduces readers to Endwever, a village chosen to provide the mortal womb for a star. For when a star dies, a new one must be born. The birthing of a star is always fatal for the mother, and Ceres Wendon, who considers herself an outsider, sacrifices herself to secure her family's honor and take control of her legacy. But after her star child is born, Ceres does what no other star mother has. She survives. When Ceres returns to Endwever, however, it's not 9 months later, it's 700 years later. Inexplicably displaced in time, Ceres is determined to seek out her descendants. As a woman, traveling alone brings its own challenges, until Ceres encounters a mysterious and desperate godling. Ristriel is incorporeal, a fugitive, a trickster, and the only being who can guide Ceres safely to her destination. Now, as Ceres traverses realms both mortal and beyond, her journey truly begins. Together, pursued across the earth and trespassing the heavens, Ceres and Ristriel are on a path to illuminate the mysteries that bind them and discover the secrets of the celestial world. Okay, and so that is Charlie N. Holmberg's Star Mother, available from 47 North on November the 1st. And next I have this big old box from Blackstone Publishing. And this is, I think, pretty much what I was expecting it to be. By the way, I have to say, once again, I'm very, very appreciative of the way Blackstone Publishing carefully packages its review copies, especially its hardcovers, so that they survive the mails. Always grateful for that little extra effort. But this is Helldivers 8, King of the Wastes. It's by Nicholas Sansbury Smith, who I guess is a very popular and best-selling writer for them. He's crazy prolific. Like I said, this is the 8th book in this series, which is apparently a post-apocalyptic series in which it is dangerous and deadly to live on the surface of the earth, so everybody is up in the skies, basically. And it says, let's see. Yeah, after a hurricane ravages the Vanguard Islands, the Helldivers must seize Panama from its ravenous mutant denizens, unaware of the rebellion brewing back home in this thrilling 8th installment in the acclaimed Helldivers series. So you get the idea. It's lots of action and battles and, suspense and carnage in a sort of apocalyptic Earth setting, as it were. So, Helldivers 8, I guess, is out now. It's been out. It came out on September the 14th, so available now if you're a fan. And now at last we come to the final of this week's physical copies, and this is another one in from Random Penguin. Oh, this is very nice to have. This is the finished copy in hardcover from Daw Books of Marjorie Kellogg's Glimmer. Marjorie Kellogg is a writer sort of returning to the SFF fold after many years of sort of being absent. She had some books come out in like the late 90s, early 2000s, and now after, a long break, she's back to writing. And let's see what this, as you could probably tell from the cover, this looks to be another apocalyptic adventure. I've already gotten this one in as an e-arc, but I'll go ahead and read this again. It says it's 2110. The Earth's glaciers have melted and there's no climate fix in sight. As refugees stream inland from the inundated coasts, social structures and national economies are stressed to the point of fracture. Food production falters, pandemics rage. Rising sea levels and devastating superstorms have flooded much of Manhattan and wrecked its infrastructure. Its residents have mostly fled, but a few diehards have bet their survival on the hope that digging in and staying local is a safer strategy. Another upbeat tale of the future. As the weather worsens, can a damaged population of poor folk, artists, misfits, and loners work out their differences in time to create a sustainable long-term society? In a lawless city where the well-armed rich have appropriated the high ground, can an ex-priest find a middle road between nonviolence and all-out war? The lives of his downtown band of leftovers will depend on it. Sheltering among them, a young girl named Glimmer struggles to regain a past lost to trauma. As her memory returns, she finds she must choose who and how to be, and who and what to believe in, even if it means giving up a love she has only recently found herself able to embrace. And that is Marjorie Kellogg's Glimmer from Daw Books, and it is available this month in hardcover. And there you have it. That's all I've got for today's physical review copies. Please don't forget to check out the simultaneously uploaded e-arc episode of this week's Mailbag, available for you to watch right now. Okay, so you know the drill. Light up those comments. Let me know which of these looks most interesting and exciting to you, and which you would like to see me prioritize for review. Otherwise, if you enjoyed watching, please hit the like button, share the video far and wide with all of your SFF reading friends, and above all, please subscribe. That is how the channel grows. You can also support the channel at my TeePublic store and at my Patreon, where recruits into Wink's Army get little perks like getting early access on some of my videos. I want to thank all of those lovely people for their additional support. I use the Patreon money to pay Matt Olson, my wonderful gifted channel artist, for all the thumbnails that he does for me. So thanks very much. Your assistance there is greatly appreciated. I want to thank all the rest of you guys for being the very best viewers in all of BookTube, and until I see all of you next time, please stay safe and healthy, and happy reading.